This is the smallest my grapes will go. So as you can see, they're ripe. They're from a very small grapevine, a baby grapevine. So there's nothing more. This is as far as they will go. So that's grape number one. There we go. Just trying to get grape number two. There's three. This is number two. Hi there, welcome to the live. I'm harvesting my grapes. And the third one, I've got three of them. Here is my third bunch of Hamburg grapes. All this from a UK back garden of a self-taught backyard garden farmer. Three tiny grapes, guys. You need to give me a hands up and a thumbs up for that. I'm also going to prune back my berry plants. That's why I needed to bring the spring so I can actually have this. Not quite yet. Hi. This is my berry plant. It doesn't need a lot of work every year. It's very much back spring. My chili plants. This is also my first time planting this. They seem to be getting red. Can you say? Seem to be. Yeah. This is part of what I've got to do. Take the weeds out. I'm just going to harvest some tomatoes. Say hi. Who's online? Who's that one person? Say hi. Say hi. Who's online? That one person. Look at him. Most of the tomatoes come off the vine today, because otherwise they'll be eaten up by some bird or some animal. or get pulled on by the cats. What's still? You can put it down if you don't. There's really no need for you to strain because I might be here for a while. Be here for a bit. If you get tired, just somewhere here. I can use my cup for me. Ready to harvest. Considering that there is a drought, there has been such dry weather. We've tried. There's years I usually get larger tomatoes than this. Some years ago, I planted tomatoes for this year. What's going to happen is I'm going to cut back the dead leaves from this tomato and continue watering it, and it will probably keep producing a bit more. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get my so what happens with tomatoes is that this may not be the end of its production. Some of the dead leaves need to be cut off, and sometimes leaves and branches in between the tomato vine or branch that needs to be what they call pinching off. Um, when that's done, it allows the rest of the tomatoes that are out to grow properly. So I'm going to just cut back some of these dead leaves here now as well, because it just takes a lot of energy and strength from the rest of the tomatoes. So there we are. That's been cut right back. And I also removed some weeds from it. I'll show you a bit better. There we are. So cut back a lot more. Can you see where it gives room to enable the ones that are coming out receive nutrients? That's why you cut off some of the dead ends. This one's just breaking off by itself. I didn't cut that bit there. And that's that for that. For now, at least there are some dead ones still, but for the most part, most of them have been removed and cut off. Actually, let's go to the back of the garden. See if there's any more harvest for me here. So I've got a little more harvest here, tomatoes to harvest. Guys, I hope you can see what I'm doing. There's some tomatoes here, cherry tomatoes, just a few more. There's also some I need to cut back. I don't really know what this is, honestly. I planted some stuff here, but I really don't understand what is going on here. I don't know if it is something that is a weed or if it's edible. I honestly don't know what's going on here. It looks like something I planted, but I'm not sure anymore. I'm going to pull some of the leaves here. I don't know if this is going to produce much more, but that's what I do. There is a lot of eggshells in my garden, which I deliberately put in the soil. Soon I'm going to have to dig them in. Or even to I might have the spade and push them in. This plant here, this tomato plant, I accidentally poured on it by my son when he came out, and it started to behave and look like this. The leaves just need to go. That's what I'll do for it. It's still produced, but I'm just gonna cut back the leaves. I also have a tomato plant here. This is one of the bigger tomato plants. So far there's only one on it and the rest coming up. So again, as I said earlier, some of the branches need to be removed. Yeah, they get removed because they're not going to serve anything. Nothing's growing on them and nothing's going to grow on them. So I cut them off. And don't worry about me throwing the leaves over there because it's practically manure back into the soil at the back. Yeah. Just gonna get my gloves. Ilikuwa ni wewe hapo? Ni wewe? Because what happens, yeah, is that it does count. So these are my potatoes that I planted in, I think, March. And today I am going to go ahead and harvest them because I think it's time. Some people say do not pull them out even if there's a bit of a green leaf, but I think it's been quite long enough. When the leaves look anything remotely like this, then they're ready to be harvested. generally. So we're going to start by pulling this out. Until it comes out, more likely your potatoes are more ready, in my experience. And here is potato number one. I'm initially not going to use the spade. I'm initially going to use my hand. I don't know how well they did. We just say, yes. This is what I'm getting, guys. This is what the result of the drought. I don't know if it's the drought or what. Here's a huge potato. Not that huge, but big. There's nothing holding, the branches were not holding onto the roots. That is why the branches die when the potatoes are ready, because it uproots itself from the actual potato branch and rests on its own, ready for harvest. Hi guys, it's been almost half an hour, and these few harvests have taken me just over half an hour plus a little bit of weeding and digging out. This is what I've got from my garden. So not so far this year. I've harvested more tomatoes already, and these are just some of the others that were there. This year has not been as good as my other years. There was a potato harvest that I did over maybe 2 or 3 years ago that was almost 5 kilos. So it is either I did not plant enough potatoes or it is the weather. I've got some more potatoes on another part of my garden. Um, I don't think they'll probably not do as much, probably not even as much as this, but I'm still grateful. I'm still grateful for the gift of being able to uh, produce food, actually use a gift that I have, which I believe is a gift. And I want to encourage people who have land of any sort, anywhere where you are, any part of the world you're in. I want you to encourage, especially if you've got good weather throughout the year. Those of you who are in Africa that have back gardens that are sitting idle, and you're saying, "Oh, Irish potatoes are expensive, and I can't buy them." We say, "Well, you can plant them. You can plant them. It's just potatoes that are growing that you've got that are left over. You don't need to buy any seeds." So, those of you who have good weather throughout the year, there's no reason why, because most of our food now as well, we have issues with fertilizers, extreme fertilization, extreme food preventative measures that are causing cancers. So it's really good to be able to plant your own organic. None of these have any chemicals of them. I've never used any chemicals in my gardening here in UK at all. Um, and I'm not a large scale gardener. I just do gardening in summer as part of what I like to do. And as I said, these grapes here are just baby grapes because they're baby vine. And I've taught myself how to grow the grapes. So if you put me anywhere in the world, guys, with land, I'll survive. I'll survive. That is what I have for today. And yeah, that's the encouragement for today. If you've enjoyed the live, please do give it a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe. Consider subscribing. I do cooking. I'm a seasoned chef. I'm a seasoned cook. We do travel. We do talk about food and nutrition and some other topics. I'm a lifestyle vlogger. Yeah, so please don't just come away as a stranger. Subscribe. Help me grow. Give the video a like. Thank you so much. Until next time, God bless you.